That was a nice little visit to the Alps.
Nice to get away from it all, the horror and the grind of the daily business.
Stock prices on civs are still roughly the same. Maybe a bit higher, but not too much. But selling some extra fish as well on the side because, you know, we can afford it.
Platonic ideal of a fish.
Collective intelligence launches suicide assaults on ship engines. You go, Flippy.
Yeah, it's like the cranium rats from Planescape.
Oh god, yeah. Selling more organs as well. Whole lot of kidneys, whole lot of livers. Very common. It always, like, it amazes me how it's, like, so easy to get the overwhelming majority of, like, of organs easily. Whereas if you go to every fishing spot, I feel like you would not even come close to, like, 80% of all the fish that is possible to collect in the game. Because there's just so many. Anyway, figuring out what I want to take with me for the next mission, that would be good. Obviously, the life sensor. Because like, you can't go wrong with, like, having an easy way to identify hostiles around walls. Biosuit seems pretty good. I mean, it has no immediate downside, and that, like, gives us 40+% armor.
No immediate downsides, only long term.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just, you might want to become familiar with the word mesothelioma. Just throwing that one out there.
Fair enough. Alright. Yeah, these seem like... Oh, never mind. I remembered I just want the ammunition gland because I am bringing the grenade launcher. Alright. I think we're good to go. What do you got next for us, Chief? You got it, boss.
Leaves of 3, let it be.
Alright, let's get ready with our new biosuit. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, this is,
This looks meaty.
I forgot I left that in for whatever reason. I don't know why. Oh, well, that's like probably the only weird editing snafu you'll actually see from me.
The horrible thing is I can't tell if the squelching noises are coming from the environment or the suit.
It's definitely the environment. Like that's the background music track. Like, this isn't music. This is just Kalio taking like a directional mic and putting it in his toilet bowl and sloshing it around after he took a shit.
God, anyone out there wondering how they could have made Blighttown worse? Here you go.
Yeah, and I'm making it extra worse on top of it because of this nightmare suit, which... Okay, here's the thing. It is not lying when it says that it boosts your armor by 40%. You can take more damage with this thing. It also prevents you from getting Toxic Crisis. So, so like this swamp, any new flesh rats, like, we do not get any lingering health drain from it. What is a downside, though, is this extra fucked up HUD on top of, like, our already invasive, like, HUD border. And we cannot even see the ammunition that we have in our weapon currently, nor our health. Yeah, so you're basically flying completely blind as to how close to death you are.
And there are no words. Plenty of squelching noises, but no words.
Like, this is why I am not making an effort to show off every single augment in action. Because, again, yeah, some of them are a bit redundant. Others are about as useless as this. But this one stands out in how absolutely insane, like, when you step into its suit, Because, like, this is literally, like, an extra layer of flesh that cocoons you, essentially. That, like, it's just... It is mind-boggling how much of a disadvantage, like, wearing this suit ultimately is. That, like, this is what, like, a good portion of the augments are designed to be like.
Yeah, maybe we should have put a trigger warning at the beginning of this video.
And I put one at the start of the video. If they didn't pay attention to that and got this far, that's their problem.
You should have known what was coming.
You should have known what was coming when you saw, like, the freaking, like, thumbnail. Anyway, I'm being very cautious here because there's like, an implant I want to pick up. But there's, like, a sniper on that tiny island that can straight up one-shot me at this point, even with the armor. And I think he was already dead at this point, but I couldn't tell that he was because the draw distance is so shit, and the effects of the biosuit on top of that negates the effects of the life sensor. So I don't even get the benefit of green dots over the enemies.
You got a thing. What is it? Fucked if I know.
You got a thing that is immediately better than this suit is for the purposes of the level.
Nothing would be better than this suit.
Like I'm not kidding. It's the exact same mindset behind how you have to go into the dark world with a flashlight and then explore in the hopes that you find the night vision goggles. Also, if you crouch, you completely submerge yourself into toxic water that, like, it basically, like, transitions into swimming controls. Which is kind of weird, but whatever. I don't think it helps with, like, reducing visibility or anything.
I do like how the swimming in this game, it has an effect on the sound. It's always really nice when games do that.
It does, yeah. Very much, like, muffles all of, like, the ambient sounds and, like, music.
Yeah.
Anyway, I took care of things very safely by just launching a bunch of chemical weapons over at the shack where Wild Pig was. I mean, yeah, we did not show Wild Pig at all, or much of the swamp in general. But that's why we're coming back here, because as you might expect, yes, there is a secret level that we can unlock by finding another painting. And it's because of that, I wanted to make sure I got that implant that was hidden in the level and demonstrate why this biosuit is so dumb and that I am not going to show it ever again outside of this context.
Yeah, just everything about this stage is...
Yeah, like, the level is going to improve quality-wise once we take off the biosuit, but not by much.
I mean, the noises are still going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I try to drown it out with, like, the springy noises from my legs. Which is a shame that it's not the, what was it, like, the $1 Million Man sound effect or whatever? Yeah. So, my loadout has been changed. The only, like, implant that you really need to know that I swapped out is that I traded the biosuit for a hazmat suit. That was the item I picked up in this level the first time, which basically makes you immune to toxic crisis, which is the most important benefit you want when going through this level in the first place.
Yeah, most playthroughs of this stage I've seen just Gripendix all the way and nothing else.
Yeah, like, just Gripendix along the perimeter and never touch the ground.
Yeah, just, as you said in the last video, just fucking attack and titan that shit.
But now we're taking the middle route as opposed to the right route. Like, the way I like to think about this level, like, now that I break it down, it's like you took, like the 3-lane routes of, like, a MOBA map and decided to make it, like, as shitty and swampy as possible.
So, toxic in a different way from a MOBA.
Yes. It doesn't involve real people calling you slurs in real time, so it's a marginal improvement.
I wasted so much time playing League of Legends.
I do not feel sorry for you.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's something you brought on yourself.
I made a rod for my own back. I stand by it.
So yeah, there are 3 lanes, essentially. We took the rightmost one the first time because it's usually, like, again, going back to speedruns, that's usually the path of least resistance that people take anyway. Like if you take the right route and don't go down the side path that leads to the hazmat suit, it's like you basically face no more than 3 enemies, and even then you zip by them so fast they can't catch you. But here, it's obviously way more populated because you got, like, snipers and dudes with grenade launchers to worry about.
Yeah.
And then the leftmost is so wide open that it's like, I'd say that's the one that's least worth doing.
I mean, it makes logical sense from... Well, I can't believe I'm talking about Cruelty Squad and logic in the same way.
No, let's be real. There is a logic. It's just, it's its own personal logic.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you just feel that you're close to understanding it, but if you do, then you're just going to lose something very important about yourself. But
the only thing you can understand about Cruelty Squad, and to quote like a persistent comment/review I have always seen crop up about this game, is that the creator took a lot of time considering every single aspect about the game's visual design, and then spent twice as much time thinking about ways how to purposefully undo it.
And didn't spend all that time saying, no, it's my art style, fuck you.
Yeah. He's not trying to justify it to anyone else. He's like, this is just who I am. Fuck off.
It's what I choose.
Which is a stance that I can wholeheartedly respect.
Oh, 100%.
God, yeah, it's just this fucking background track is still just one of the... This would literally be like one of the... I think of all the things that you could, like, put, like, on an MP3 playlist, like, this would be, I think, the one track from Cruelty Squad that is, like, more concerning than, like, the techno heart attacks of, like, some of the other music, because this is, like, you're just listening to, like, toilet water sloshing around. Like, is this how you relax?
I'm gonna be honest, I would sooner listen to the Jonestown death tapes than this. I have this on mute.
Yeah, it's real distracting.
Like I know that logically this is just like sounds of macaroni cheese and someone splashing around in a bowl of water, but that's not how it sounds. And that's what's important.
Like, look, all I'm saying with this level is that Miyazaki has a long, long way to go if he thinks he's gonna be king of the swamp levels.
Someone tells him about Cruelty Squad and he's like, finally, the bar has been raised.
Finally, a worthy opponent!
And then came Elden Ring, which is like 2/3 swamp levels.
Yeah, it's just like... Oh yeah, I did that preemptively because I knew on a practice run that like wooden plank is designed to break, but none of the food items on top of it fall with it.
Because why the fuck would they?
Because fuck procedural physics. But no, I'm just imagining, again, like Hidetaka Miyazaki getting wind of this, thinking that, like, instead of being concerned by how disgusting this game is, he sees this level and takes it as a challenge. And it was like, I'll take you on! Storms out of the office, books like a flight to Finland, hunts down Kallio, and is like, let's make the best swamp level of our lives.
It's like that bit in Velvet Goldmine where Eddie Izzard's just like, I'm gonna make you a star!
No, it's like, it's like him and Kallio just meet in like a white flower field, along with other things, and it turns into the fight with the boss at the end of MGS3. Let's make this the greatest swamp level of our lives, Kallio.
Meanwhile, the artist for the Shin Megami Tensei series is off to the side going, like, what the fuck are these guys up to?
Yes, directly adjacent to the flower field purgatory he's stuck in.
It's just like, I was having a good time, I was relaxing.
Oh my god, that's where Kaneko has been all this time. He's no longer even in Japan. He's straight up in Finland.
They were mad to doubt him. And that's the point that this LP became completely incomprehensible to anyone except maybe 3 others. We're 2 of them.
And then the creator of this game just sees that and goes, what a bunch of fucking idiots. Calls on Miyazaki. Yo, dude.
He's just like, yeah, we need to put out a hit. They know too much.
Anyway, here's Wild Pig. He also has the power of misery.
And that's easy for him to say.
And he also has a bioslave.
In this case, I think it's justified because I imagine that's the only person that's on his level that he can talk to.
Yeah. But alas, I cannot let these people exist. It's like... Another thing that it reminds me of is, like, you remember in Half-Life 2, where it's like there's the varying levels of, like, horrible transhumanistic, like, procedures that the Combine do, like, on their people.
Yeah.
And how it's, like, the Overwatch are, like, enhanced. But then they're, like, those, I think they're called the Stalkers or whatever.
Stalkers, yeah. They're just, like, a hollowed-out skeleton with meat on it.
Yeah, with, like, their arms, legs removed. They can't even speak. They're just designed, like, and just their brain and personality overridden just to do, like, basic computational tasks for, like, slave labor. And, like, that's what it reminds me of, but without any of, like, the horrifying cybernetics of it all.
So, like that, but worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Everything we can compare to this is like that, but worse. Anyway, I think we've been in the swamp long enough. Like, the toilet bowl sloshing is starting to get to me, so we better find that that exit that goes to the secret level.
I mean, I'm fairly certain we'd spent too much time in this about maybe 15 seconds into the video.
That's fair. I just want to get rid of these guys first.
It was a rock monster.
Sniper kills remain fun just for the sheer force and velocity of the bullet, causing them to not only jib, but that velocity is imparted on the jibs as well. Anyway, we can go into some weird tunnels that have been dug out of this mountain.
Yeah, looks like you've got a friend over there.
How about I introduce you with some bullets?
No, he is full of bullet babies.
They're like lice.
I mean, in this world, they're about as irritating, yeah.
Like, they're not quite at the maggot level yet, but they are still very invasive.
It's like,
Anyway.
what's wrong with Barry? You know, bullets.
Yeah, sucks that happened. Alright, that's our painting. I think I tried to set up, like, a fun, amusing way to, like, just swing myself into the, like, the... Or no, I didn't swing. I just, like, bunny hopped right into it, get a running start. But yeah, next time, we'll go into a similar level, but that's not nearly as swampy and shitty as this, but is, yeah, you'll see for yourself. It's a bit more of a creep show.
As compared to?
You'll see.